Welcome to another edition of Lone Star Brahmas Inside the Bullpen, brought to you by Vine Life Realty. And now, here's your host, Nick Merritt.
Brahmas Inside the Bullpen. We are here inside the NYTEC Sports Center, the good old confines of Brahmaland. And the full gang, we are back. Nick, Walt, Chad, all here for this episode, going over everything from NAHL draft, NA3HL draft, and beyond. A big look into things to expect for next season, including a couple of big teases later on. Before we get to that, Walt, we have to fire it right to you. Your recent recruiting trip up in northern Canada. How did that go?
Yeah, well, I'm very happy to be back, guys. And as we know, the North American Hockey League draft can be a real stressful time for both Dan Wildfong and Jeff Potter. So they asked me to lend a hand, and it was one of the trips that neither of them had the time to take. So I found myself in Yellowknife, in the Northwest Territories.
Good old Yellowknife.
Yeah, it's way up there. It was a totally new experience, and I
had a friend ask, did the sun actually set there, or was it just up the whole time?
I was just so busy being at the rink and stuff, trying to grasp all of the data I possibly could from their intense hockey program. So some of the times I didn't even know the time I was leaving the rink. I was just trying to get a somewhat adequate amount of sleep. I was only there for a few days. The travel was really a large amount of the concern. Getting up there on the 9-hour flight really wasn't an issue. But coming back, the plane I was on struck a moose on the runway.
You can't make that up.
Stop.
No, I swear. So it was just one of those okay,
Oh
we
my
kind of
God.
sputtered out. And again, Yellowknife.
Wait.
Northwest.
Nobody was hurt, right?
No,
Okay.
we were okay.
Okay.
The moose I can't speak for.
Right.
But again, it was way up there, and they don't have a very big airport. So I didn't really have a choice. I had to be back here on a deadline, so I got to rent the car and just kind of started driving. And certainly enough, after nearly about 3,000 miles and came to about 55 hours on the road, working my way back down through, I got to see Edmonton, which was cool.
Yeah.
But then when I came back across the border.
It's cool this time of year anyway.
Right. Yeah, I would not want to be there when it was brutally cold, but I actually just looked up the weather a little while ago, and Yellowknife's 63 degrees there today, so they'll take that a little bit cooler than here, but I'm happy to be back in North Richland Hills.
All right. Well, welcome back. That is certainly the most interesting story that has happened to you during your travels with the Lone Star Brahmas. I can't think of any time I've ever been in an airplane that struck a moose. What about you?
Yeah, that one cannot be crossed off the bucket list.
Yeah. Being in a plane that hits a moose is not something you really want to be
No.
part of. So I'm glad that everything's okay.
What was that like? Was it like turbulence or?
No, it's just kind of a thud, honestly, and because we didn't get up yet, we were just kind of taxiing towards the takeoff, and that guy was just in there running around. They don't have the stereotypical fences around the airport like you see around here, and
stereotypical fences.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, not a whole lot of locking out from the outside world, I suppose. And so that guy just kind of wandered his way onto the tarmac. And
Well, what a dumb moose. And sorry, may he rest in peace, or she.
Pieces?
Yes, pieces possibly.
Yeah.
But obviously, we're glad you're back.
You were gone too. You were doing a little. Was that vacay? Just a little.
Yeah.
Business and pleasure?
Yeah, a little mixture of both. A nice weekend trip. Frank actually sent me out there, too, to kind of hear a word on the Las Vegas team.
Okay.
What was going to happen there. So I was next to some of the guys from the Associated Press as they were making some tweets and phone calls and all that jazz to make sure they got their sources confirmed. And, yeah, T-Mobile Arena, it's officially going to be the home of a Las Vegas NHL hockey team.
All right, do we want to let's each make a prediction as to what the name will be. I'm going to go on record right now and say when the Allen Americans did this, they had to name the team contest. It was for residents of Allen only. I said in the office it's going to be the Americans because they're It's the All-American City. It matches. There's a Rochester Americans. That was my guess, and I was right. So I got a little street cred on this. So I'm gonna vote last.
All right. Well,
You like the pumping my own tires bit there?
Yeah, I do. I do. Had to throw in a nice little story.
Well, what do you think? What are they going to be? The Las Vegas?
They're going to be the Las Vegas Black Knights. Their prospective owner, William Foley, has been saying for the past 2 years now that it's going to be the Black Knights.
The Black Knights.
Yep.
That is a very specific guess.
He's the chairman of Fidelity National Financial and Black Knight Financial Services. So
the Black Knights could have a lot of fun with that logo and that
the
whole
logo
theme.
would be great. Logo colors.
Basically,
like a
it's
black
just
and purple like the Brahmas with that.
Yeah,
also
you
a
just
graduate
basically
of
go to
West
a
Point, so-
medieval times show and
True.
put that on ice, and there you go.
I'm gonna go a little bit like a preteen here with my
Oh boy,
comment.
Walt?
I'm gonna say the Las Vegas Shamrocks.
the Shamrocks.
The Shamrocks.
Oh,
Because we know it's not going to be the Aces
The
because that's just
Shamrocks.
too easy to say. But, hey, when you're in Vegas, you need some good luck. And Shamrocks bring good luck. I don't know.
Okay.
Don't know how well that's going to work out in North America. National Hockey League. Almost North American Hockey League. In the National Hockey League. But, hey, we'll roll with it. I'm going to be wrong, but that's okay.
The Shamrocks. Wow. I'm going to get a wild guess, and this is I'm going to go with Aces because it kind of rhymes with Vegas, the Vegas Aces. It's got a card connotation, and I'm going to say that when they come out on the ice, they're playing the Ace of Spades by Motorhead. That would be a great
Rest in peace, Lemmy.
rest in peace, Lemmy.
I can see it.
A little bit of construction going on here in the NITEC Sports Center. Hopefully that was picked up by the microphones.
Yeah, definitely a rumble in our seat, that's for sure. But yeah, it's good to see you. We're getting everything ready. Also, while we are in renovation talk, we mentioned about it in the last podcast.
Oh, yeah.
But to put it early, too, the ice getting a little renovation, too, right?
Yeah. Ice is still on schedule to be completely removed. We will be iceless in this building for the first time since 2007 completely.
Wow.
So that's only going to be for about a week.
Yeah.
And
Get the new power plant in and whatnot. the
yeah,
generator
get all the things in there, get everything flushed and ready
Nice.
and cleaned up. I had a meeting with Blue Sky Graphics yesterday to go over a new fancy under ice logo. So we had a nice brainstorm session on that. By the way, shout out to Blue Sky Graphics. Perhaps the most unique office in the Metroplex out of any company I've ever visited. The giant Pixar creatures inside there. It's just a cool place. It's kind of an ADD kids wonderland. But Skip and Craig over at BSG and their new graphic artist Gus are going to, not my son.
Your son, I was going to say that.
Yeah,
That would be a disaster. Everything would look like mud. But no.
Hey, it's an art, right?
Yeah, it's hey, it worked for Picasso. No, they're working on a new giant under ice logo at center ice. Going to be a big old bullhead.
Nice.
And it's cool. And somebody had asked me at a client meeting today if our jerseys are going to change as far as the look of it. I think Walt is doing some teasers on the website. The logo's not going to change. I'll say that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. No, we teased a little bit about that on social media just yesterday, and we are in talks as to how strategically we're going to be approaching what to leak what image, and probably sometime around the beginning of July we'll be able to.
4th of July time, somewhere in there.
Yeah, right around there we'll be able to hopefully have the approval to release the whole thing. We know there have been some floating around some rumors and what it may look like, and
Which would be great, too, because right around July is also when we're supposed to get the schedule from the North American Hockey League and
Right.
North American 3 Hockey League. So big news coming up then as well.
absolutely.
Yeah, that's going to be great. And we'll have preseason information. We won't have that till sometime in August because Dan is going to want to work with my money's on LaFontaine over in Wichita Falls, but we'll see.
I guess I wouldn't be shocked if it was Shreveport, though.
Yeah, I think that we
Maybe
kind of
we'll
want
get
to
two.
see each other in the regular season first and let them kind of figure some things out.
Yeah, but who are they going to play? Who's close to them then?
Topeka?
Yeah, I guess Topeka.
Topeka, yeah.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense.
Or they could just do split squad. I don't know what's going on.
True.
Not too worried about
True.
mud bug hockey.
Valid.
Do like a good mud bug boil, though. That's a good time. Not hockey related.
Good pun already. Hopefully the Brahmas boil the mud bugs.
Oh,
this year.
boy.
Oh boy.
Oh, boy.
Here they come. Speaking of,
I hope we had better game than that in Vegas.
no, sadly not. I didn't
So,
have free time. But
draft talk.
yeah,
You guys want to do draft talk?
let's do it. Let's do
So
it.
this week, I saw that you guys were busy on social media, wrapping up the North American 3HL draft.
Yep.
Walt, we don't have to go pick by pick, but throw out a few names that we're going to be hearing this year. You got some good ones there?
You want to start with the North American draft or the NA3 draft?
Let's go 3, and then we'll go A.
Okay. I actually spoke with Al this morning a little bit, and the Brahmas in the NA3 went big time forward because they had used a large majority of their tenders on defensemen. A lot of local guys and local connections. First pick, Hunter Bersani comes over from HC Dallas. Bryce Pierce, fans may recognize the name. His older brother, Devin, played for the program just a couple of years ago. And a couple of young guys for Al as well.
Who's now in the Northeast Generals.
Correct.
Oh, really?
So
NAHL.
NA3 player advancement.
Awesome.
Yep. Later on in the draft, they went with Anthony Deloisio. I hope I'm getting that right. I know I'm still working on some of the names. And Dustin Bollinger, both back-to-back picks from the Dallas Stars U18 program. So a lot of local flavor and a little bit more youth coming for Al's team this year. And we're all very excited because a lot of the guys have connections. And then we've got a Bennett Weichers from Appleton, Wisconsin. He went with Michael Alfaro, who's from Appleton, Wisconsin as well. So I think there's a potential for a lot of camaraderie in the locker room this year. Which
That's
is
good. You
that's
need
big.
that.
Al addressed that very well.
Plus, some of those guys, again, they may be gone. They're going to camps. The Brahmas, both teams have open camp here over the June 25th weekend, which fans, you guys are invited to come on out. It's over here at NITEX.
Yep.
You'll have a few of the local guys. This isn't main camp, though, so you may not see Marabella, although he has been in town quite a bit. Guys like Christian and Kelly and Kessel may not be in town for that. But either way, it's still a chance to see some possible new faces in Brahmaland a little early. And I will keep it quick, too, but for the North American draft that we were in, we didn't see nobody from the Yellowknife Wolfpack name that Walt is recruiting trip on, but
Save that kind of thing for a free agent.
we're bringing a couple
Yeah.
to. I think we're bringing a couple to open camp, so another perk to come out to that. But just looking at the draft again, another 10 players selected for the Lone Star Brahmas in the NAHL. The first overall pick was one that it seemed like Levi Wonder's really going to come to Lone Star. He's a commit to Alabama Huntsville.
Oh, boy.
He kind of expected to have a big role here in a forward position. Also drafted guys again to get their rights back, like Joseph Berg and Kimball Johnson, who had great seasons with us just in literally 2 games and 3 games each, basically. And then also a couple names later, see where they go in the USHL. A couple guys trying out, like Nick Balestra, and then even Austin Pooley. Pooley's going to Ohio State.
Oh.
So
What does he play? Besides hockey?
Yeah, right? Maybe it's a dual sport. Who knows? But, I mean, it's pretty we're looking at the board in front of us. I know we aren't really sharing every bit and piece for you guys on the podcast or in print or whatever. But obviously the protected list of 31 is set, and they're in the process of bringing in free agents right now. So obviously that number will climb up for open camp and then have to drop down in September.
The Ohio State kid, he's a forward?
Yes. Actually, every name I mentioned except for Kimball Johnson was a forward.
So I like this. I like the potential of what you guys can do with Wonder. Clearly, that's a plethora of possibilities of marketing potential with someone whose name is Wonder. And then, did we pick anybody from overseas?
One defenseman.
Okay,
It was Jensen.
is that's a Swedish name?
No, he's from Denmark, correct?
Okay, well,
Hoping, did I get the right D country there? Well, he's looking up to it, I think.
Yeah, I just want to make sure I'm correct. But yes, Denmark it is.
Okay, there we go.
All right.
We
Cool.
both thought of
So what do we know on him? We don't have any. Well, I don't think we've had any Danish kids here in a long time.
He has never played North American hockey. He's been a part of the Rogel program which is in Sweden.
Sound
Fans may
familiar?
recognize that name. Yes, Johan Lundgren, who I actually talked to today, and stay tuned in the coming days. We've got some big news coming on Johan. Just spoke with him this morning a little bit. But anyway, they have Jensen listed as playing for the Rogel U20 program again next season, but since his rights have been drafted by us, it certainly does leave the door open for him to come over. He's a 6'1", 180 defenseman, left-handed. So
good.
I know the coaching staff really was pretty high on him.
Yeah.
Knew he could get that steal later since maybe some others wouldn't be aware of him. So that could be a big late-round pick for the Brahmas if he comes here. And the left-handed shot is something they kind of lacked coming into this year.
There was a little bit of, not concern perhaps, but it's just sparse more so when you lose guys on the left side like last year, like Sean Giles going to Robert Morris, Samu Suominen.
Shout out to John and Margie Giles.
Tuto?
Yeah, Tuto over in Finland. So there are for sure some holes that need to be filled on the blue line, but Jeff and Dan feel like they have been able to do that, and Morton Jensen hopefully will be a part of that.
Well, I mean, obviously, all in all, the drafts were a success. Season's getting closer and closer, and obviously with every new season, people are eager to meet the players. They're eager to get back in their seats, reserve their tickets, which you could do right now with Chad or Scott in the Brahmas box office by calling or emailing them, whatever you'd like. But also a chance to get some new memorabilia as well.
So we got I haven't played trumpet in a while. Sorry about that. Can still hold a tune. Yes, big news on the team storefront. So if you go to the site now, it's probably down, and if not, it'll be down probably in the next 24 hours. Our team store is going away for a while. That's the online version. We just met with our new partner today, and we're going to launch a new all new look team store starting the beginning of August. All right. With my phone.
Maybe they want some season tickets.
And that's a Rush ringtone, if anyone wants to know. So we're going to have an all-new team store, all-new player merchandise. It's going to be better quality. That is one thing.
We love quality.
We do love quality. It will ship out of Fort Worth, Texas. So
nice.
That's a huge thing, which means we can, we can incentivize too. We can put coupons and things like that in the packages with each order. So we're very excited about that, and that will be more of an expansive team store. So you'll even be able to get stuff if you've got a kiddo playing 10U Brahmas hockey. You'll be able to get some gear for that one, and it should be smoother, better, and faster. I know that we had a problem last year with a few people getting shirts that they had ordered. It took a few weeks. There was a back order. Customer was not informed of the back order. Kind of created a headache for us. So that's why we're moving things around. And also that segues too into league-wide. Nick, what's the story on this? We're changing websites, not URLs, but the website.
Yeah, so we just got approached by the league that it appears the point streak what's the word here? Sheesh. The point streak, not support, but I guess their partnership with Point Streak is changing, so it looks like they're going a different direction. My understanding is Hockey Tech is the way we're going to go now with our website, so the design will look a little different, so you'll have to bear with us probably in the next month and a half or so as we get everything up to full swing. Obviously, it's not going to change over. We don't anticipate until the end of this month, but then around then, obviously, we'll be busy trying to fill in new information and get all the holes put in place for the upcoming season. But it's exciting news, keeps us busy for sure. And if you remember that name, Hockey Tech, because whenever you log on to like Elite Prospects or like a lot of hockey stat things and you scroll down to the bottom, it always says powered by Hockey Tech. So it is going to have I'm sure there's going to be some kind of good connection there between their interface, just because Hockey Tech, the brand itself, is well connected. So hopefully that'll help the user experience from that standpoint. I'll jump back to the team store really quick too. We appreciate you guys all buying from our online team store that was run through a different supplier, because that's what led us to giving you guys the upgrade. If this was a total disaster, nobody was interested in the Brahmas, you guys hated our organization, didn't want to buy apparel, obviously we would have just canceled the store and not even thought about continuing it. So
easy to do that
really do. I know. It's just a less thing off our work, it's less things off the plate, always makes things easier, but we're glad that you guys liked it so much, and I'm glad Chad was able to find a connection with the rest of the staff here and make something happen.
No, it's going to be unbelievable. And then also we're talking about revamping our in-arena store. We're not talking about, we're doing it. So as you know, we talked about previous episode.
Yes.
While Walt was on his 55-hour drive. 45. Still.
Way more than that.
Way
with
more than
stops
that.
and stuff.
That's a lot of Red Bull, by the way, that would be consumed.
Yeah.
Did you do that one shot, or were you like the Brahmas bus driver end of the year had to pull over?
Yeah,
Take a little nap.
I had to pull over a
Safe
time or
and
two.
sorry, man.
For sure. But there were a lot of hours that just seemed to blend together.
Well,
Nothing but woods.
so we talked about Bauer being the official equipment provider
Yes.
of the NAHL next year. So we are going to have a little bit more Bauer signage in the store. That doesn't
Nice.
mean we're going to be carrying sticks and skates and helmets and gloves and all that. It's still going to be primarily a team store. When you go to a Stars game at the American Airlines Center, they don't have sticks and gloves and
Right.
hats and things like that for you. It's straight up gear. So we're going to be adding to our team store, and one of the things we're going to start offering this year are like fat heads of your favorite player. If you don't know what a fat head is, it's like a
Life-size picture sticker.
yeah, quasi life size. I'd say about 50-60% of true life. It's basically a decal that can go on your wall. So if your favorite player is Pete Kessel and you want to put a big old Pete Kessel fat head on the back of your bedroom door, you can do that. Also,
I want to get the Walt Ruff money suit.
I want the
Wow.
Walt Ruff collection would be
Oh.
his own whole section of the store, because I'm partial to the Jaguar print one from Operation Kindness Day,
Okay.
which, by the way, shout out to them. We just adopted a cat from Operation Kindness.
Awesome. Very
Yeah,
cool.
Very excited about that. But yeah, also we talked about doing moment of the game type poster series. We had a big meeting before, or I guess that was right after when you got back, Walt, with Alliance Office Systems.
Yep.
Our poster quality is going to go up, and we'll be able to now take like iconic shots, like the famous Berardinelli goal leap.
Yep.
Yep.
We can take that and instantly capture it into a really cool high-res poster, which we can have in the team store. So that's
Online or in person?
cool. We should be able to do it both. I can guarantee in person. Online, we're still working on that. I mean,
Yeah.
we're 2 hours removed from a meeting.
Hey, I'm just asking the question
No.
the fans want to hear.
No. And then, we will have – I feel like we had a lot to talk about this week. But the next episode, I know there's a few things that are just almost solidified that we can't really talk about just quite yet. But stay tuned. The next episode should be a real hot cake. We've got a couple potential staffing moves, and all positive. And
Hey, we're still here, so that's what.
yeah. Well, we could be talking about.
Hopefully Nick gets the Vegas job for NHL.
Yes, I'd be okay with that.
I'd love for you to get that, bud. That'd be great for you.
Man.
Um,
I'll live the typical tourist like, oh wait, you're from Vegas but you don't live on the Strip. I'll be the guy that's like, oh, you're from Vegas and live on the Strip. Yeah, we're in the penthouse of.
you need to wear a
Caesar's
white
Palace.
suit.
Nick Merrick lifestyle.
It's gonna be so awesome.
Oh man.
No, but we've got, and there's a few little notes with some players from last year's team that should be finalized by the next podcast.
Yep.
And of course, we'll have information from the tryout camp.
True.
Which could see. I noticed a lot of former Brahmas here this week
Yes.
skating, including former league MVP Sebastian Vidmar. I don't know if he'll participate in the camp just for a skate. He seemed pretty hungry to get back out there and get better and get back to Union.
Yeah, he's been here. Alexi Solovyev's been here. Chad Gadarian's been here. The guy I'm shocked who I haven't seen yet since our final broadcast of the season, and if he's listening to this, he should come over and say hello, is Johan Steen.
Yeah. Steener.
Oh, speaking of which, we're talking about draft. Steen was drafted by Shreveport Mudbugs.
So
His second round.
Yes.
wow.
So-
First pick of the second round, I believe.
Yeah.
Wow.
Or second pick.
So
well, apologies, you almost got in the first round, bud, but second round's good too.
yeah.
It's good. It's good to be
Hey,
on
just for the fan spirits, Walt and I can say that the coaches threw his name around a couple times for sure. They just were set on that Levi Wonder we were mentioning before. Obviously, they don't want to mess up the for sure thing there. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad to see Johan come back to our league and our division. Should he play in the NAHL and not with Omaha?
Yeah, I mean, so
cool.
and he's going to go wherever he's going to get the most exposure for.
Yeah.
The best school. He's gonna have a lot of offers by the end of the year. So
I'm sure.
Well, actually, he'll be signed by the end of the year, but he'll have a lot of offers in the beginning part. So next episode should be really killer with lots of stuff. And also, one thing I can say today is that I think we teased it last episode. Kids Day is gonna have a sponsor.
Oh yes.
Proud to say that'll be Legoland Discovery Center. So we'll have Legoland Kids Day, and it will also be it's going to be a big one. And we're going to have life-size Lego characters in the building running around. If you see one that's 6'4" that's acting a little bit too excited, that may be me, if you don't find me. So there's going to be a lot of stuff partnering up with Lego and the Legoland to get the kids excited.
Before they sign the contract, you have to ask them for a Lego suit.
Yeah.
What size are you, Walt? Let's get
Get me a Lego suit. What's that?
42. What did you get there? Too big.
44.
There you go. Almost there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, they've already signed the contract, but I can go back to them and see if they have suits.
I
as
would
part
like
of it.
a Lego build microphone.
That
for
would
the
be
broadcast.
really cool. Really cool. Actually, we'll give the guys Lego sticks and see how long they last.
Oh my god.
Okay.
That'd be fantastic. Oh, I broke another one. Oh, Zamboni, you gotta clean it up. Ops.
Picked it up and it fell into pieces. Now we're all stepping on them.
Wow. You may be on something. That might be a great video segment.
It could be. We
There
could
we
have
go.
a lot of fun with Lego. We could build a goalie out of Legos. That may take a lot of Legos,
Oh
and then just
my
have the guys
gosh.
fire pucks at it.
Fire pucks and do another one that while we got it up. Fans, how many Legos does this stinker take?
Yeah.
1 million?
You're onto
10,000?
something. There's definitely going to be a winning Wednesday guess the number of Legos thing.
Yeah.
We did that at my daughter's party, and one of the kids actually guessed exactly the right number of Legos.
Wow.
It was 684 in a jar, and yes, I counted all 684 Legos that I put in this jar, and I had some sort of like a Lego car prize.
Homie
And,
must have known his Legos because
It was a girl.
Just throw that number
Whoa.
out.
No, it was a girl. She just looked at it, and she was like, "Oh, that's 684," and it was dead on. I'm like,
And you're
wow.
like,
Wow.
Okay, I'm going to just go get a beer now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, last thing, Walt, want to take us through the calendar of special events coming up in the next 2 weeks before our next podcast?
Yeah.
One that we've really got started that I'm not sure we've mentioned at all this podcast is the National Hockey League draft.
What?
Is coming up next weekend. It's the same as the open camp here at NITEX, and we are keeping our eyes on the NHL draft.
We got 3 people who could potentially go.
3.
3.
That's right. So, with that being said, fans, keep your eyes. Friday night will be round 1. It's being hosted at the First Niagara Center in Buffalo, New York this year. And then
Awesome.
all day Saturday beginning at, I believe it'll be like 8 a.m. Central Time.
It's something silly because I had to watch it 6:30 a.m. in Seattle last year.
Yeah, so it's going to be a little bit early, but keep your eyes specifically on that Saturday. All Brahmas social networks will have it covered, but we have a strong inkling that there may be a familiar name or two selected on
Back
Saturday,
to back if that happens.
which would be
was-
unbelievable.
I was shocked to hear that there's more than one. I mean, I'm pretty positive to say we're going to have one guy go. I'm not going to ever bet the farm.
right.
As a father of 3, it's probably not the most smart move to do. But
well, I could. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
but
Sorry,
I would
Amanda,
I would
sorry.
hedge. I would definitely put a lot on the fact that we're going to have one go. I know, Nick, you have been in contact with the NHL, and they have been asking you for things, which is always a good sign.
True story.
So I'm really fired up to see the NHL draft, and if we hit 2 in a row, I mean, what does that do for the coaching staff?
Right.
Now the bar is
Right.
set so freaking
I
ridiculously
know.
high.
I get 2 each year.
So now everybody in this roster this year is going to be thinking that they're the next one. Hey, maybe it's this wonder kid. Maybe he'll be the one.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be Berg. Who knows?
It could be any guy now. Yeah, as long as
I
they
know
play
it won't
their
be
game.
me, because I'm 40 years old and fat. So
Sadly,
and I don't
aged
play
out,
hockey.
But I heard his slap shot was pretty sick, so he might have been able to make it.
Well, never rule it out. Again, don't bet the farm.
But I usually go in the third or fourth round of the staff draft when we have our staff game.
That's always good. Well, hey, you know what?
It's good times.
This whole NHL talk, I got to interrupt Walt before we go back to the key dates. I'm glad you said NHL draft. We should have led off with this, but we'll kind of have to bury it in the show. Our new partnership with Dash App, my Dash App, if you remember us making a post on Facebook and Twitter about that, we just partnered up with them. They are an auction-based sports site. You could kind of think of it as eBay on steroids, if you will, specifically geared towards the sport and team setting. So what we're going to have on there is numerous auctions for memorabilia, experiences, signed merchandise, etc. And we're launching that bad boy real soon. In the coming days, next week, before the NHL draft, we will make a post to look on that. We have a team-signed 2015-16 jersey. If you missed anybody
Awesome.
at the end of the year party, if you missed them before you said your goodbyes when they left for training camps or college, whatever, we have all of their autographs on one jersey to auction off to you. And the coolest thing is it's all on your phone. You literally download their app, go to the App Store, go to the Android market, type in My Dash App or just Dash App. It'll pick it up. It's a blue icon with the nice lettering DASH for Dash on the logo. And when you click on that and download it, our page will be getting upgrades, obviously, in the future. Since we just started this, it looks just says Lone Star Brahma coming soon, but hopefully by the time you download it, it'll say Lone Star Brahma auction up for bid. And super easy. Go in there, you just make your bid. We tell you the instructions. It runs like a silent auction. Should be a fun way that we can kind of get the fans used to seeing experiences there, and maybe even some more throughout this summer, obviously. And then once the season starts, even in-game, we could do some crazy things for fans. Seat upgrades, jersey night auctions while they're playing in them.
Yeah, I
It'll be
mean,
fun.
there's the beauty of that app is we can do literally whatever we can dream up. And Jonathan and his staff over there are very cool. And I know he is super fired up to have a broadcasting team pushing this, because every other team, it's some marketing schmo
True.
like me. So that's awesome that you guys are pushing it. So
Yeah, true. Even when you're listening on the broadcast, you can still do it. So if you're, I can tell you religious fans we have who are at home,
Sure.
who are staying up or waking up, I should say,
Yeah.
from abroad at like 2 a.m.
yeah,
and staying up till then, staying from 2 a.m. to 6 a.m., then going to work to watch Brahmas hockey. They could now bid on their sons, their friends, their best player, favorite players' memorabilia.
and I know we were kicking it around. Should somebody go in the draft, which we think that'll happen, we can probably put together a unique package for said draftee that
I
would
don't
go
see
up,
why not.
that would go up on the Dash app.
Hey, it
So,
was just the year of the fan. It's going to be something new, but the year of the fan trend will continue. The slogan will change.
yes. So we have I guess we could close out with that. We have a slogan contest. Is that open live right now on the website?
Yeah.
I think it just ended.
Okay. So did it? Uh-oh.
I have to take a look. I thought it was ending tomorrow.
We have some confusion here. Either way, whether it just ended or it's ending tomorrow, we've had some heavy amount. That's a long list you're looking at there, Walt. That's a lot of submissions. So what are we gonna do? How's it work? We're gonna narrow it down to the top 3 and put it out for a vote, or what are you guys thinking? Obviously, I didn't read the web page.
No, we just got it where the fans submitted. You're right. I guess it was Friday
Yeah,
night.
voting ends Friday
So
at 5
Friday
p.m.
night.
So get on there if it's not
24
Friday
hours.
yet.
Well, we're taking all the fan votes. That's pretty much going to dictate it, and we're just going to make sure everybody here is okay with the fan voting, and then we will announce that next week pretty much as well.
And for the 2 fans out there who had a little bit of vulgarity in their submission, probably not going to go through. But we appreciate your creativity and your passion.
Hey, I freaking love it, okay?
Yeah, I mean, it is a family venue and family event, and we probably can't have any kind of slogan or words that would be non-family
True.
in there. Just just wouldn't work out for us, buddy.
Well, I rudely interrupted Walt for the 1900th time a little bit ago. Back to that calendar. Anything else? Any big events coming up, or NHL draft pretty much it? Just that and open camp?
Yeah. Believe so. I don't know. I don't know if I'm missing something. I might still be on my Yellowknife schedule, but
Yeah.
I guess you got baby Brahmas, like the Squirts, Pee-wees, Bantams this weekend.
yeah,
so
yeah,
woohoo.
Junior Brahmas tryouts, and be on the lookout. Junior Brahmas will now have their own Facebook and Twitter identity, so if that is something that you tune in for,
That's cool.
you'll now have a new source of information.
That's needed and cool. So we've had a very busy week. It's only
Yes.
Thursday. Feels like it should be like way later than that, but
True.
next week will be more and more busy, and then we'll just keep on jamming. How's the food in Yellowknife?
Unique.
Unique?
If I could describe it in one word, unique, yes.
Okay. That's another word, as my dad would always say. Unique is just another word to say terrible.
Yeah.
It's off the wall.
Off the wall.
Yeah.
A little different here than America, huh?
Moose burger. Was there a moose special at the
burger.
airport shortly
Oh.
after running over the moose?
I would have to assume so, for certain.
He probably wouldn't have grabbed
Moose
his rental car and
burger,
came home.
moose cutlet, whatever you want.
Moose stew.
Well,
Moose stew.
moose stew.
Looks
Maybe
like-
Ricardo can have that on the menu this year.
Look out.
It's our fade out
here's
music.
our fade out, sign off, get out of town music. All right, we love it. Thank you so much for tuning with us this week. Brahmas are in good shape, and we look forward to hopefully seeing you maybe even this coming weekend over the draft weekend. Get some Zaroma specials, watch some NHL draft, watch the Brahmas open camp for the Texas Junior Brahmas and Lone Star Brahmas. Until next time, fans, we'll see ya.